everybody, to another wonderfully difficult episode. Today's episode, we got Mr. Sean. How you doing today, sir?
All right, lovely. Enjoying
Well,
this beautiful.
First off, thanks for coming up here, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving us the time, the afternoon on this beautiful Sunday.
Yeah, beautiful Louisiana weather we got.
Right? What was it? Swimming one day?
Swimming yesterday to freezing cold today. Checking pipes, make sure they're wrapped.
Outfit?
Yeah.
Completely different.
Correct.
In one day.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, tell the audience a little bit about yourself. Give us a little background before we jump into this thing.
All right. Well, I am happily married for 15 years now. Kind of crazy saying that, still being so young, 15 years is wild.
It's a long time.
Yeah. And we have 3 amazing kids. A bonus daughter, lives in Texas. She's amazing. Her husband's amazing. And I work construction. Construction, yeah. Mainly plant work, in the processing plants, stuff like that.
Like building plants or fixing plants? Or
building plants.
From the ground up?
From the ground up.
Oh.
From deep in the ground. Yeah, power driving.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm weird in it, I guess. Like in my field, blue collar, but I'm a history nerd. Love history.
Like American history or just history?
History general. Like ancient history is more my stuff. Like I like going back way.
Like Romans and Egyptians and stuff like that?
Yeah. And,
I've always been intrigued by that.
Yeah.
I always wondered how much of it is really true.
Right?
Or how much
history's wrote by the victor, so
right.
What really do we know?
Was the enemy really that bad?
Yeah. Also, I'm into space too.
Space?
Yeah. Like I can't sit there and do no physics problems wrote out and everything that. Right. But to sit down and listen to like a lecture from Neil deGrasse Tyson or somebody that, I can understand.
I've tried to listen to that guy a couple times, and he blows my mind.
Yeah.
He's a smart individual.
Yeah.
He's on a different level.
Exactly.
But yeah, I could see that. I'm interested in that. I think a lot of people are enamored by it. It's, I guess, the unknown. Yeah. For me, anyway. Like, how it just goes on forever. Like, I can go that way forever. And, like, never come back. Like,
and then turn around and come back this way forever.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Pick a way and go forever. I guess our brains can't compute what that really means, like how vast it really is.
Yeah.
Like what was the one thing they show, like I think it was a Men in Black, the movie, one of the ones where it's like it zooms out from Earth.
Oh yeah.
And then it zooms out to the galaxy, and then it zooms out to the whole entire universe, and then it zooms out again, and it winds up being we're inside of a marble.
Inside of the cat's necklace.
Yeah, whatever. And it just keeps going back.
Yeah.
It's like, what if that was what it was?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
You never know.
Crazy.
But, so you've watched the episodes before, and, we try to get into not necessarily tough topics, but topics that don't really get enough attention.
Yeah.
For from the male's perspective. Now, all the females out there, not saying that you don't struggle and you don't go through things, but I can't attest to any of those things because I'm not that. I can only...
Never been a female.
Right. I can only talk about things that I struggle with.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, you're a good candidate. You got the fatherhood. That's a topic that I think we could all touch on a little bit, especially with you being in construction, with plants. I'm assuming the plants aren't in Albany because there's not any there. So I'm assuming you travel pretty far. So how do you balance that? Does your family know when you're going to be gone, or is it like a drop of a hat thing, or is it a planned out experience, or how does that work?
No, usually we've got a little bit of a notice, week or so. It all depends. Sometimes it can be further in advance, so we can try to load up on stuff while I'm here.
But
and then
it's never like right now. Like it wouldn't be like
It has been before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and believe me, those are the harder ones.
I bet.
Those are the ones where the kids are like, really, we get to tell you goodbye,
Right.
and then you're gone.
So when you are gone, I'm assuming that you said you were building plants from the ground up. I'm assuming that when you do go, it's not like, hey, I'll be back in a day. You know, I mean, like,
Yeah, no, it's usually an extended time. I mean, now I'm not going to be because most of these units they take like 5 years to get fully going and stuff like that.
right,
I'm not going to be that long because I'm doing the ground
right.
part of it. I'm not hanging steel and welding pipe or building tanks. None of that.
So I guess like
So
if you're building a cake, you're doing once you're done with your
yeah,
level, you pass it on to the
yeah,
next level.
yeah, look, yeah,
How long in general, like just typical
5 6 months.
that you're gone?
Yeah,
Wow, it's
yeah.
longer than I thought you were
Well,
gonna
I
say.
mean, yeah, yeah. Now the good thing is where I'm at now, the company I work with, we do a lot of our stuff in Texas. So a 510 job, that's nothing to hop and
Come
come
back.
home for. You know,
So is it like your traditional? They give you a work vehicle. They give you per diem. They take
they
care of
give us
you. They
we get per diem.
they
Yeah, for a
room and board
room. Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
Well, that's come
But
on.
usually, I mean, I work with a good group of people, and a few of us, a lot of times we just room together and
Save up on it.
yeah, and try to help everybody out.
So is that a field that you went into straight out of high school, or is this something you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah,
So this
yeah.
is
Straight out of high school.
the same
That
company or the same
no,
field,
no,
just different.
not even the same field, but industry. Like I've been in the plant since right out of high school.
I think you're like the third guest that's came on here that's with the plant life.
Yeah, good old LP man.
And
That's
and
what we
so
do.
so far, the outreach that I know that those individuals had from their coworkers and friends, and it really was appreciated to shed that light on. There's so many guys that live that life, and I
Yeah,
feel like someone like myself, I've never personally had to feel that. I've seen it because my stepdad and my brother and you and people I'm around, I see them doing it, but
mhm.
I just I couldn't imagine what that weight feels like, because I mean I got my own struggles and my own complications, and I get to come home excuse me, every night. So like how does that, I don't even know if you can answer that. Like I don't even know what answer I'm looking for. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like, how do you even prepare for that? I mean, I guess over time it may get easier. Not really.
I'm still looking for that answer. So I mean,
Yeah, man.
I
It's
like right now it's just something I have to do.
right.
Like
You got to
it's
provide.
nobody's fault but my own that this is the field I went into.
Right.
You know, so this is what I know. This is what makes money. So
Right. And then
that's where I'm at.
again, bringing up previous episodes, about being a present father and a providing father, and which one's right, which one's wrong, and
Yeah.
I feel like there's no right or wrong answer. The same way with the question I asked you, I don't really think there's an answer that you could give as far as what that feels like to be able to look at your family and be like, hey, I'll BRB, I'll be back when I can, you'll
Yeah.
hold it down. But I'm assuming that's a testament to your wife for 15 years. I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah.
we gotta make it easier.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do what I do
Right.
without her. And believe me, you you know, the kids don't stop.
Right.
They just do not stop, and she she's right there with them when I can't be. So
Right.
if it wasn't for her,
Yeah. I mean
them
that,
kids be at the house, and that was it.
but I'm assuming the amount of trust and communication and all that, for you to be able to leave with a clear conscience, I guess,
Yeah,
or clear headed, that that everything's going to be taken care of, and you're not it's not like, oh, I'm gone now, everything's gonna fall to pieces,
Yeah.
and so that's that. I definitely couldn't do that without that support, because you can't come home to your world on fire
Yeah.
every 6 months,
Yeah.
So
And
that's
then it's such a dangerous place to be at work. And so if I didn't have that and I had to worry about, are the kids making it to softball practice?
right, right. Or they're doing homework.
Are they doing their homework? How are they doing in school? If I had to go in these plants and worry about that,
Right.
you know, I can make a mistake. And yeah, I might make it home,
But the next guy.
but
Right.
that mistake can make somebody not make it home.
Right. It's
And it's better to worry about doing the job right.
right, right.
And that way everybody can make it home instead of how are the kids?
Right.
How's the wife?
It's one of those jobs that it's very important that you're present in
Yeah.
the moment of, like you said, you could affect the generations of people if you make a
Yeah.
mistake because you're not in it. I think it would be. I just had a random idea. I think it would be really cool to get the perspective from you guys, the from your wife. Like, that would be a cool,
Yeah.
because how do they obviously have to deal with some type of turmoil as well, because they're also put in a situation where they don't get to see their husband every day, and like they are left home to tend to the farm, or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Essentially a single parent.
Yeah, and that would be a cool perspective to get. Might have to maybe check into that.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, like we were saying, I have my own struggles that I question myself on as a father. Like, am I doing the right thing? Am I making a good choice? Am I showing up enough? Uh, am I doing what's right? Am I doing what's wrong? And I just couldn't imagine how that feels for you, because if it's as difficult as it is for me, and I do get to see them on a regular basis, and like, I guess kudos to to you to be able to you obviously figured out a way to do it, because I see you at the games, I see you at practices, but also you're gone, and you found a pocket, a way to be able to raise good kids and have a successful relationship. And you seem like you got your stuff together, so whatever it is that you figured out,
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
No, I mean, it's not necessarily I got it together.
Right.
Like I said, if it wasn't for my wife, that a lot of it wouldn't be this way.
Right.
I'd probably be one of them people running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I guarantee that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're doing the best we can.
Right.
I'm trying to figure it out as we go, because there's crazy times. There's more crazy days than there are lax days.
Right.
And it's just, it's such a fine line on what can.
There's a fine line between good and not good, I guess. Like, it's
Yeah, yeah,
a volatile situation, I guess.
correct. It is. I mean, and we, it's, it is. It's just like one word away from everybody having a good day or everybody having a bad day.
Right.
Whenever
And I can see that.
it's, you know,
Well, I'm gonna speculate a little bit, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. But I could see where, the distance between, being gone, and there's a expectation that I'm sure both parties are probably building up in a way, like your expectations of when you get home, how things are going to be, and then the expectations of the family when you come home, and then maybe that doesn't always go together. You know what I mean? The expectations that were built on each other, and then like you said, it's one word away from animosity that you've built up that was not real.
Yeah.
You know, on both sides of the situation. So, I mean, if that was the case, I would say that you know, like we talk about all the time, the communication of things, um, especially in your situation where you are gone for times, you know, extended periods of time. Like you don't have time to waste. Not that anybody has
Yeah.
has time to waste, but
It's the one thing there's not enough of.
right. But in a situation where you are, you know, comparative to myself, if me and the wife or me and the kids or me and anything is not on the same page, it's I can fix it tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're all here. We're all going to see each other, and we can work it out. You know, versus a person that's in a situation like yourself, like you can't afford to not be on the same page and then leave, because like that would just create a monster of a problem, because you wouldn't be able to address it
Yeah.
as quickly, or you know,
Yeah.
you have to fester with it
Yeah.
for a while, and I could see where that would be a huge
Yeah, because you want to leave home with everything good in the world.
of course.
Like, because that's another thing. You don't want to take that out of town with you, and it's just you. So you're in your room in the evening time. You get kind of down on yourself. Something bad happened at work. Then you get to the room. Kids are off. Practice this, practice that, studying. You talk to them. Hey, good night. I love you. And
Right.
then you don't have no time to talk. Like
Right.
if it was something with the kids, you know, you don't have time to talk it out with them, you know. So you do your best to try to leave home good.
Right. Don't want to have to take that, like you said, it's already hard. When it is perfect, it's already hard when it's perfect. So
Correct.
one minor thing, it's could be detrimental, because like you said, you don't have the time to put in. But then, like, that also brings me to another topic of like you got to watch how you react to things, because if you are overreactive, if everything pisses you off, well then everything is controlling you.
Yeah.
And especially with a person, anybody can react less, because never once have I reacted to a situation poorly and like out of anger or frustration, and then been like, oh wow, man, I'm so glad that I did that. Like that made everything better. Not one time has that ever happened to me. So, but it's even more amplified in someone like yourself, because like you just said, you have to have home as good as you can have it. So
Yeah.
do you feel yourself struggle
Oh, absolutely.
with
That
reacting too much, or
absolutely. That would probably be at the top of my quote red flags.
right?
You know.
But
And
I
and
don't
it
think it's just you. So
no.
don't feel like you're alienated. I feel like a lot of people that watch this or experience that
Yeah.
can do better in that aspect.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's a problem. I shouldn't go 0 to 100 just off of a word or
Right.
something that didn't happen the way I thought it should have happened.
But then I wonder if that's because you're putting certain expectations on things, and you're carrying not necessarily a false narrative, but you're carrying around an imaginary thing that no one else is aware of. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah,
And then
something that
like
I keep
so.
in my head.
Right. So you're like, okay, this is gonna go like this, and this is gonna go like that, and then you come to the situation, and it doesn't go like that. But at the same time, whoever that person is wasn't aware that it was supposed to go
Yeah,
like that. So then it doesn't go that way, and then you lose it out of anger, or mostly anger, I'm assuming. just because like I feel like anger is like one of those emotions that's like it never lets you down.
Yeah.
Like anger's always there. Like I can get to anger like that. Like,
Yeah.
perfect. I can't always get to happiness and
Yeah, it takes a lot more to get
tranquility
that
and
way.
all that, you
Yeah.
know. But anger, boy, we can get anger popping like water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As soon as I turn the faucet on, it's coming. So I would assume that your anger would be where you would go when you're reacting.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess you know is first off to admit that you understand that it's there. That's a win.
Yeah.
But now it's up to you to feel it and apply it. You know,
Yeah.
whatever that may be for you. But I know for myself, like if I'm in a conversation with my wife or with you or with a person, there's a certain feeling that I get like in my chest,
Mm-hmm.
my blood pressure may go up, or you know, these signs of I'm about to lose it, and I guess I've gotten familiar enough with that feeling to be like, hey, all right, it's done. You cannot continue. Now
Yeah.
this person might be upset that I just walk away, or I just be like, hey, look, man, we got to we'll put a pin in it. We'll come back because if we keep going, we're not getting to a resolution from this. We're just gonna both look like assholes, and
Yeah.
we gotta stop. So that's easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for us to sit up here and talk about it. You know, hey, yeah, I do this and I do this and I won't do this, but it's a whole different animal
To actually apply it.
whenever you're gone for 5 months and you walk home and then there's this and this and this and that and this wasn't done and this is, you know, then it's like, you
Yeah.
know, all the self-help that you've tried to do just, you know, go out the window. And you know, I don't want anybody to ever feel like this is like the a fix all. Like we're gonna sit up here and we're gonna shake hands and we're gonna leave from here. We're both just gonna be great people. You know what I mean? Like everything we set up here, we're gonna apply and it's gonna work. And
Yeah.
that's a fantasy, and that's not what we live in.
Yeah. Absolutely
But
not.
I feel like what we're trying to do with this podcast and what I'm trying to do, I just want to bring awareness to the situation, because this isn't a conversation. I've been around you for a while and we've had, you know, a couple deep conversations, but I just want people to know that like what they're going through, it ain't just you.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, it's literally every man that you run into is going through. It might, you know, you could change a couple things here or there, but in all reality, like we're all struggling and we're all trying to figure it out. And I feel like that comes from generations. I feel like our parents had no idea about how to try to fix it. And I'm not saying that what we're doing is gonna fix it, but
Yeah.
if we can make one person feel like, hey man, well, man, that's Sean. He's got. I didn't realize that he was going through this, or he was doing that, or I didn't realize Tyler or whoever. You know what I mean? Like, and make it to where it's like it doesn't make us weak to sit up here and have a conversation about how we're not good,
Yeah.
how we struggle. You know, it's okay. It doesn't make us less manly or any of that. And I just hope that we can continue to move forward with it, and you know, hopefully we're gonna do some good.
Yeah.
And I've gotten a couple little bit of feedback from people, and they, you know, hey man, that really opened my eyes up, and you know, I didn't really think about it like that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. How do you feel now that we've sat up here and you know we've talked about you being on the podcast, but now that we've kind of got it under our belt and got the gears going, like how do you did it feel how you thought it was gonna feel, or what's your
Yeah.
takeaway?
Yeah. I mean, it spot on. Just, I mean, it's a little weird having the mic and the camera on and stuff
Right,
like
right.
that, but it's no different than our conversations we have. You know, it is. I mean, we just Christmas party last night. We was talking, so I mean,
Yeah,
it's a conversation, and luckily it's recorded that way. If anybody else has, you know,
Right.
I struggle with that too. So
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people put pressure on it, and it's never going to be perfect, and it is a little it's got its awkwardness to it, and but I feel like the more we do it, the more comfortable it gets, and like I tell people, like it takes a lot for somebody to come up here and be like, hey man, this is my bullshit,
yeah,
so anybody that would say anything negative to that, like, come sit up here and let's hear about it.
yeah,
Like it takes it to me, it takes a lot
yeah,
of what's the word, gusto, manliness, cojones, whatever you want to
yeah,
say. Because, like, hey man, come up here and let's do something super uncomfortable and super vulnerable and things that go against everything that we've ever been taught.
yeah.
So I appreciate you, coming up here and letting us look behind the curtain a little bit.
Yeah.
So
See what's under the hood.
yeah, I mean, is there anything else that you want
Oh,
to add to, talk about, dive into that we didn't cover?
no, I just want to put out there for anybody that does listen before the holidays. I didn't realize, we kind of talked about it last night,
Right.
I didn't realize holidays are such a struggle for some people. So,
It's not
if,
always the happiest times.
yeah, if you're out there and the holidays are a struggle for you, talk to somebody about it.
For sure.
Don't like we talked about, don't overreact on this. Like, talk to somebody about it. Somebody's out there that will listen.
Well, I feel like, just to touch on that, like, it's, I guess we're so conditioned as men, as people, again, sorry, ladies, I just go with the men thing because that's what I am. I'm not saying that you don't have problems or anything like that. But, that we're so conditioned to, if you ask for help, then you're weak, or something's wrong with you, or you're not perfect. And I mean, let you know right now, no one's perfect. But like you said, the people need to understand that they're not alone, and you don't have to carry these burdens by yourself. And whether that's whenever you're on a 5 month not turnaround, but a project, like, call me if you got something going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll pick up the phone. I'll talk to you for 10, 20, 30, 45, whatever you need. We'll just bullshit, and I'll help get you through it. You're not, people need to understand that they're not, it's not to me, if a person reaches out to me for help or advice, that's an honor. Like, I don't look at you as a burden. I'm like, dang, this person was in their darkest time and they thought about me.
Yeah.
Like, that's freaking awesome. Like, oh, hell yeah, I'll help you. Whatever you need, bud, I got you,
Yeah.
So we need to, as a community or a culture or whatever, we need to figure out how to get rid of the stigma of, like, I am going through something.
Yeah.
And I need to hold it on tight, and I can't let anybody else in. And I have to fix it myself. And that's not the case. And, especially for the holidays, and, it's a reminder sometimes of the chair that's empty. It's a little bit more prevalent in this moment. Not saying that if you're dealing with a loss that you don't think about it all the time, but I could see where Christmas or Thanksgiving or these big holidays, where that would just open that wound a little bit more. So yeah, to what you said, let's reach out. If you don't have anybody to reach out to, get in the comment section, leave something.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to you. Whatever you need.
Absolutely.
He'll be here. I'll be here. Whoever. Nobody needs to feel like they're alone.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's gonna wrap it up for us today.
All right.
Again, man, I appreciate your time.
Yep.
Look forward to having you back on.
Absolutely.
Every time I get up here, I say I need to do more. I need to do more, and then I wind up doing one, and then I disappear for a month. So, hopefully we can continue to go on. You're about to leave again, I believe, right?
No, I'll be home. It's just working a lot of hours, a lot of weekends.
Well, if you get some free time, now that you've got your
my feet
your
wet.
podcast badge or whatever, now you can kind of get the feel and, go back and watch this episode 20,000 times.
Yeah.
And then if you made it this far to the end of the video, I'd appreciate it if you like, subscribe, do all that stuff that you're supposed to do on the end of a video. We would appreciate it. But I guess that's going to be it. So this is wonderfully difficult. Peace.